Good morning, guys. I don't believe we'll have any. Yeah, Miss Pruitt's here, so we have a lady. Today, we're happy to announce that Marshall County School System is fortunate to have gained the services of head coach Don Thomas from Laverne High School to become the new head football coach at Marshall County High School. Not only have his teams performed well throughout his career, but assistant coaches who have worked under him have gone on to be successful in their own right. Further, and this is real important to our school system, we've been fortunate to bring in two new assistant coaches that have worked with Coach Thomas, Stephen McClanahan and William Hester. They're also from Laverne High School. These two coaches bring with them teaching certification in math and in special education, and that's two of the areas that we have been looking for, and is always a shortage of in our school system, so they're going to fit right into our academic program as well as being coaches. Ms. Pruitt, at this time, I will let you introduce our coaches officially since you're the principal, and go ahead.
Good morning, and we're glad to have with us Mr. Don Thomas, who will be the head football coach at Marshall County High School, Mr. Will Hester, who will be assisting him and teaching math, and Mr. Stephen McClanahan, who will be assisting and teaching special ed. We're welcoming all three of them to our staff. Our boys are excited about beginning a new program, and our staff is anxious to meet their new staff members.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to the coaches, and y'all can ask them any questions you want.
Coach Thomas, great football background, of course, coming through Lincoln County and through MTSU. Great coaches that you've had the privilege of playing under. How has their mentoring helped your style of coaching?
I had a great opportunity working with tremendous coaches, playing for tremendous coaches. John Meadows in high school, he's in the Alabama-Tennessee Hall of Fame, and then Coach Donnelly at MTSU was great for me, and it's been an attribute that I think has been tremendous in my career.
What were some of the things that interested you in the Marshall County job?
It's closer to Mama. I mean, it's a program that's always been a good program. I mean, it was a great program when I was in high school playing in Lincoln County and Marshall County. With Coach Edens, did a very good job, and they've done a tremendous job in sporting athletics here throughout. And it was some situations right there. I just thought it would be a positive role for me and my family.
We're not on the air right now.
Yeah. So go ahead, Troy. It's all
We're
yours.
just gonna wait to get you in a second.
So it's all you, Troy.
If you want to ask these guys anything, they'd be more than willing to tell you about themselves.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Well, you built a great program at Laverne. Of course, had to go up against Riverdale, Smyrna, and the likes of those, so definitely competing against those guys. What are some of the things that you'll bring to the table offensively and defensively here in Marshall County?
I'll let Coach Hester tell you about our offense because scoring improvement over the past couple of years and everything. We've lost some games, but in the last couple of years we played. I think we played 10 opponents, ranked in the top 10 in the state, and we played number 1, number 3, number 4. Number 2 this year, continual progression right there, playing competition. But defensively, we're going to put athletes on the field that can get in space and make plays and just really try to make a difference and to out-athlete you right there. And then offensively, Coach Hester can tell you about some of the things we're going to do.
First off, we're still evaluating talent, and so we're going to try to figure out exactly what will be best for Marshall County going into the next year. But after looking over some of the old game tapes of last season, there are definitely football players at Marshall County High School. Everybody knows that. But getting those players the ball at the right time, in space with a chance to make plays, is going to be our number one goal. Deciding on who will be quarterback and who will be the running back and this and that will have to come at a later date. But, we expect to spread the field horizontally and vertically. We're not going to be afraid to throw the ball. We're not going to be able to throw the ball. We're going to be able to throw it on early downs as well as on third down when everybody expects you to throw it. But we're going to, just like every other offense, you're going to have to be able to block. You're going to have to be able to possess the football and score points. And any good defense has a good offense that keeps them off the football field, and that's going to be one of our major goals. And playing this is one of the toughest regions in 3A football. A team whoever wins and comes out of this region in the quarterfinals generally makes it to the championship game every year. So our goal is to be able to be the best team in our region and give ourselves the opportunity to play for that gold ball.
I know you probably had a limited opportunity, as you said, to look at film and gather information. But taking over a new program, what are the steps that you're going to go through first to try to evaluate talent and those things?
I think as a group, as a core here, we've viewed every tape from last year, and we've seen the talent level there, and we've seen some situations that probably we need to work on. But athletically, great athletes, and but what we're going to do is is we're going to work a lot on fundamentals and things that are going to give them an extra step. And Coach McClanahan here does a great deal with what we call speed school, and what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to put athletes in space, and we're going to out-athlete people, and same situations as for example, a West Virginia offense. You take two guys running a 4-3 in the backfield, they spread you out and they still run it right at you. So there's a lot of things like that we're going to try to do, and but we got to get the right kids in the right spot.
Every team takes on an identity. Don Thomas team, what's the word that you want to have? What do you want people to say about a Don Thomas coach football team?
We're going to play the entire game, and we will not quit. And that's some things that we've developed, and I'm really proud of the guys at Laverne High School because a couple years ago we had a kid that ran somebody down from 80 yards behind and caused a fumble that went through the end zone, and that's the kind of thing that you never know what one play is going to make a difference in the game. So every play we're going to give maximum effort, and if we have someone out there that doesn't plan on giving maximum effort, then they're not going to play very long, and that's just how it is. But we're going to have maximum effort throughout every play, every game.
You've had great success, and as you said, playing in some tough regions there with Riverdale and Smyrna, and seeing those guys in the playoffs. What has that meant to you as far as a coach go to get to see that kind of competition week in and week out?
Well, it's heavy preparation every week, and you're playing the best talent in the state because somebody out of our region is going to the semifinals every year in that region. But it's great to play that competition. I feel like we're in the SEC of high school football in 5A right there. But then we're also coming to the SEC in 3A. So heavy competition. It's great. That's what we do this for. And if you didn't want to play anybody that was going to give you any competition, there's not a lot of competitive nature in you. I think we do this to compete, and playing in those regions make us a much more competitive team.
Coach, would it be a fair assessment to say that you coming from Lincoln County, you know how much the small town atmosphere and how much a community is involved? Did you have that same kind of atmosphere at Laverne that you'll probably have here and that you had in Lincoln County?
It's not the same atmosphere. It's a tremendous atmosphere at Laverne, but it's not the same as a community, team and a community town. It can't be the same. In Laverne you have an influx of people coming out of Nashville, people coming out of Murfreesboro because Laverne's in the middle and they not living in the larger town or whatever. Because it's a transit town and things like that. There's a lot of move-ins, move-outs. Situations right there where a Lincoln County or a Marshall County, there's probably 75-80% of these players. There's parents, uncles, cousins. Somebody played on this team, and you're probably at Laverne. You're probably talking about 15 to 25%. So it's a tremendous difference in that aspect. So it's a long tradition and a family running orientation right there, Lincoln County and Marshall County compared to a Laverne.
Is that going to be sort of like a homecoming for you, something that you're going to look forward to getting back into?
Most definitely, I'm going to look forward to getting back into that. But since I've decided to take upon this job right here and bring these guys with me, we are home.
Coach, thanks a lot and welcome to Lewisburg.
Thank you.
And we are here with new Marshall County High School head football coach Don Thomas. Coach Thomas coming to us from Laverne High School, where he's had a very successful stint, taking them to back-to-back playoff appearances the last couple of years. And Coach Thomas, first of all, welcome to Lewisburg.
Thank you, and I'm very happy to be here and happy to get involved in this situation.
Coach, as we said earlier, played under some great football coaches, John Meadows at Lincoln County and, of course, Boots Donnelly at MCHS. What are the things that they instilled in you that helped make you a successful football coach?
A lot of things. I guess one of the biggest things is like what Coach Donnelly said is adversity does not make character; it shows character. And so there's a lot of things right there that really brought it to me. And Coach Meadows' work ethic and just continuously going at it every day. And like I said, with Coach Donnelly, it's a lot of character things and a lot of character issues.
Can see a lot of those two coaches in you just from being around you a few minutes here. Also, I know you've got a limited chance to watch film, but what are some of the things that excite you about what you've been able to see so far?
Oh, the talent level here is tremendous. There's as much talent here as there was at Laverne, and we're talking about a 5A, 3A program. I'm coming from a 5 to a 3, and a lot of times you expect that talent level to drop in certain aspects right there. But the talent level here is tremendous, and that's gonna give us great opportunities.
As we said earlier, we want people to get to see this on the news. So some of the things that interested you about coming to Marshall?
I think it's a great community program. It's a great county, and it's closer to home. As I've said continuously, my mom comes to all the games, and she's going to continue to come, and I'll make it a little easier on her travel.
Coach, again, welcome to Lewisburg, and thanks for coming to Marshall County Head Football.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And we are now here with brand new Marshall County Offensive Coordinator Will Hester, and Will, great success at Laverne. Number of athletes there that went on to play collegiately under you. I know you've got a limited chance, and this may be a little bit unfair to start with. I know you've got a limited chance to watch some film, but first impressions of some of the things that you see.
There's definitely some talent here in Marshall County, especially on the offensive side of returners. From what we've seen, the key is going to be trying to decide how we want to distribute the ball to those guys, who needs to get the touches and things of that nature. And then, it all starts up front. If you're not good up front, it doesn't matter what those guys behind you do. So, we got some work to do with the offensive line, and we're going to implement a new zone blocking scheme. I don't know exactly what Coach Johnson did last year, but I imagine it'll be a little bit different at least.
How involved will you be with the line coaching? Is that something that you?
In the past, I've been the quarterback's coach. I like to be able to have a one-on-one relationship with him, so adjustments during the game go well. But I'm going to put myself wherever I need to be. If it needs to be with the offensive line, that's where I'll be. There's some opportunities out there for us to get an offensive line coach in here that we like, and we'll take advantage of that. So it just depends on where our need is, and I'll have to step into that need.
Coach, you said one thing early on really impressed me. You said, asked the question about what style of offense you run, and you said, hey, whatever it takes to get it done, whether it is empty backfield, two tight end set, whatever.
Definitely.
I thought that was really good. Adaptability on the job.
Yeah, you can't be stupid. If the defense is having a bad night, you got to keep the ball. You got to be able to adapt to situations. Being realistic though, looking at the talent here in Marshall County, there's a lot of talent in skill positions. If you did a pro style oriented offense and had two backs in the backfield or whatever, you may be limiting yourself to some of the kids that could do great things for you. So more than likely we'll end up spreading the field like we've done in the past and try to stretch people horizontally and vertically and get some of these athletes that have the ball and a chance to make one guy miss and score. So those are some of the things we're going to look at, but we won't ever hesitate to jump in two tights and stack out. That's what we think is going to get us the game.
I know it's got to be bittersweet for you in a way that you've seen something more or less from infant stages grow to almost full fruition at Laverne. You came in really and had to build that program almost from the ground up, and I know it had to be very satisfying for you to see what you've been able to accomplish the last couple of years.
Right, it is very satisfying, but you got to give a lot of that credit to those kids over there. They bought into what we asked them to do. They played their hearts out for us, and they left it all on the field. There was a point when we were 2-3 at Oakland, down 17-3 at the half, where playoffs weren't a possibility. And we came back and won that night and proceeded to rip off 6 straight. So we truly believe as a coaching staff that the kids listen to us and buy into what we're doing, that we can put them in a position to win.
Understand that you're a high energy staff.
We get excited. I'll go ahead and tell anybody that wants to know, as soon as there's a turnover on the other team's offense, this guy will be sprinting down the field with the ball. So get out of his way.
Coach, again, welcome to Lewisburg, and awful glad to have you.
Nice to meet you.
One word.
And with us now, new Marshall County Assistant Football Coach Stephen McClanahan, and Coach, awful glad to have you. Tell a little bit about what you do.
I'll be working with the running backs, also doing the I guess special teams, also doing the off-season programs, the weight room, and then outside of that, whatever else comes across our plate, we pretty much just jump in and do.